don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 69 yards on the ground. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some space here. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll get this one to Switzer. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. Charles Harris in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Brown. 68 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Open man is Switzer, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. For right side here, complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it first and goal at the 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And
now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, check 26. Good. Yeah, Liz. Jim.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go. Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Oko, over here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, tick 26. Hey, tick 26. Yeah, Liz. 319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Schroeder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders are back within a score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Z. Left. Z.
Now Mahomes. his own 6-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Mahomes going to throw. Elude into pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schroeder. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Black 58 rail.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10.
Hey, easy. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's got room. John Brown, the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Brown, 94 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm doing
it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stewart. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, check 26. That's fine,
Rodgers to throw on second down. Open man is Switzer, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That's fine,
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. And that's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. So give them the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now here comes Kansas City. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Let's go. Come on.
On play action, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Stewart. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Zoom.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Right.
Now they try the right side here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
All right. Over here. Zoom.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Steps away to his left. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Stays on his feet. Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there, punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Zone. 158.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They run again with Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. At the beginning of the year, they said we want to win 9 games. They just got that 9th win.
And congratulations to them. That's fantastic. Team goal met. And they still have opportunity to go above that number.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.